All right. Shalom. Barakatha Yahweh. Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Call Halal. Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shah. Waha Rakah Quedash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. The fate of America. When you read the book of Jude, verse 7, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. And this is the fate of America. It shall suffer the vengeance of eternal fire. Why? Because America has fallen into the footsteps of how not to run a kingdom. Because an example has been set how not to run a kingdom, such as Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? This is the example of how not to run a kingdom. And America is imitating this example. So by default, it's going to receive the same penalty as the example. Let's read it again. Jude verse 7, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh. So the Americans willingly sin against the Most High, okay, due to their rulers. The scripture speaks about as the ruler of the city, so are the people, roughly paraphrasing. Esau Edom is the physical counterpart, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He's the physical counterpart of the spiritual being Satan. He comes after the workings of Satan, all right? And the workings of Satan is giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, all right? Because it's actions that are adverse against the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, all right? You must know the truth in order to perform a lie. So these devils are performing nothing but abominations in the sight of the Most High willingly, okay? And due to an example has been set by them willingly committing abominations in the sight of the Most High, they're going to suffer the vengeance of eternal fire. That's their fate. The scripture tells us in the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, in verse 13, it says, if a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, which is a filthy thing, okay? They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them, all right? So these are actions that are taking place, and these are actions also that are being justified by Esau here in America. All right. So you know that the Most High is frowning at this place. All right. But the Most High is a justifiable power. He's allowing the devil to be the devil. So when he take him out of power, it's going to be justified. Okay. He got this devil in a trick bag. And this devil is performing all type of abominable acts, bestiality, all right, so forth and so on. Okay. That's why the example was set. Okay, because the Most High said, like, this is how I don't want a kingdom ran or mankind to be. But Esau Edom, being the wicked that the Bible speaks of, all right, he must perform evil. He must perform those abominable acts because he is a filthy man, a wicked man. Okay, and for that, he's going to be destroyed, okay, by fire, because Esau Edom is the shadow government of the cancer of the earth, which is America, okay? And the body, which is the earth, is being plagued with the cancer, which is America. And how do you get rid of cancer? By fire. So the Most High is going to use his second cleansing agent, which is fire, all right, to destroy the cancer of the earth, okay? The scripture tells us in the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, In verse 5, it says, and spare not the old world, but save Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. So this was the first cleansing agent of the Most High, which was the flood. In these times, the Most High is going to destroy the ungodly, all right, with his second cleansing agent, all right? It's going to be similar to that first flood, but this flood is going to be a flood of fire, all right? The lake of fire, as the scripture describes it, all right? Which is going to come down upon the ungodly. Verse 6, it says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow. All right, so that overthrow in these times are going to be just like in the times of Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, because fire is going to come down out of the sky. And that fire, once again, is going to be those 200 million missiles, all right, with multiple warheads to create that lake of fire, all right, just like in the time of our forefather Noah with the flood. This is going to create a flood of fire, all right, and just like in the times of Sodom and Gomorrah, fire is going to come down, okay? So it says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, all right, and this is going to happen to America. America shall be devastated. Condemn them with an overthrow, all right? It says, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So anybody who imitates the example or to live ungodly after the destruction of the example, you're going to get the same thing that the example got, all right? Let's look up the word example. The pronunciation in the Strong's G.
Strong's G 5262. Hupadigma. Hupadigma.
It says, for a warning of a thing to be shunned, okay? So the Most High set Sodom and Gomorrah and also the times of our forefather Noah, all right, for things not to do, things to be avoided. Shunned means to avoid, all right? But the ungodly has fallen in the footsteps of things to be avoided, to do, all right? And what's the penalty? Fire, okay? Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1, it says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, all right, number one, Esau, yeah, and all that do wickedly, 2/3 of our people are conformed to Esau Edom's world, all right? So that spirit of pride is upon them also, okay? And that allows them to do wickedly because they go against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. These are the same ones that are coming back, okay? It says, shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So the wicked is not going to be left neither root nor branch, meaning the Most High is going to kill the cancer at its source. Therefore, it won't grow back, okay? And that's the day that we're warning our people about, okay? Just like Noah built the ark, okay? And in the midst of building the ark, he was, condemning the wicked. So that's what we're doing. We're warning our people, okay, that destruction is coming and come back to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, all right? But we're also condemning the wicked, telling 2/3 of our people that you're going to die, and the rest of the heathen nations, because 2/3 are considered heathens right now, all right? And the rest of the heathen nations, beginning with the top heathen, Esau, we're telling them that they're going to be destroyed, okay? That's in the midst of building this spiritual ark, just like in the time of our forefather Noah, because we have the vision, okay, which come by the spirit of prophecy that shows us that America is going to be destroyed. And we have evidence. Why? Because an example has been set, and America has fallen in the footsteps of that example. So once again, therefore, America shall be destroyed, just like the example was destroyed. And that destruction is going to come by fire. The book of Joel, chapter 2, In verse 3, it says, a fire devoureth before them, which are the missiles. And that's the thermonuclear head. And once again, it has multiple warheads. That's going to make up the 200 million that John of Patmos seen in his vision that was given unto him. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth, meaning the intercontinental ballistic missile. It has thrust, all right, behind it to propel it from one continent to another. It says the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, all right, meaning America is somewhat of a paradise. It's inhabitable, all right. From a satellite view, you see it posing as green, okay, meaning it houses life. So it's somewhat a paradise, even though Esau, Edom has polluted it exceedingly. It says the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, that's before the missiles, and behind them a desolate wilderness. All right, meaning at a satellite view after these missiles touch down, you're going to see nothing but beige and brown, which represents desert, okay? So America is going to be devastated. It's going to be a massive desert. It says, yeah, this is the point, and nothing shall escape them, okay? So this is what we're telling you. Come back to Yahweh Shah while there's still time to escape the destruction. But only a small number is going to come back to escape this destruction, all right? Because America will be destroyed, all right? But you don't want to be destroyed with America. You don't want to be a permanent American wearing the clothing of America, okay? Because an example has been set of how not to run a kingdom, and America falls into the footsteps, all right, of being destroyed by the way of fire. The scripture tells us in the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, and verse 12, it says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth. And how is this going to take place? Isaiah 66 and verse 16, it says, for by fire, all right? So this is how that's going to take place. This is how they're going to consume away, all right? For by fire and by his sword. And what's the ultimate sword of the Most High? Those intercontinental ballistic missiles, all right? For by fire and by his sword will the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, plead with all flesh, meaning judge, all right? He's going to execute judgment by fire. And the slain of the Lord shall be many. That's right. All right. Just like a wave compatible to a drop. Okay. The slain of the Lord shall be many. The wave is the masses, which means death, and the drop are those that's going to be delivered. All right. Just like in the times of Lot, just like in the times of our forefather Noah, it was a small number that got delivered from the total destruction. And the same in these times. The elect are the ones that's going to get delivered from this total destruction by fire, because an example has been set of how not to run a kingdom, and America shall suffer the vengeance of eternal fire. Lord willing, I pray that this made sense and that this was edifying. Shalom, DTA.